Hi guys, so today I am refilming my declutter for my single shadows, mascara, eyeliners, mascaras, that kind of thing. Damien is in here with me today, so if you hear any little noises, that might be him. But unfortunately, I tried to film this once with my iPhone and I just had way too many technical difficulties. It took like 2 hours. Actually, no, it ended up taking almost all night to get it uploaded. Like 2 hours to get it processed, and then when it finally uploaded it like sideways. So it was pretty much not watchable. So I'm redoing it, which is a bit frustrating, but it's kind of nice because I do already have an idea of what I'm going to be keeping and what I'm going to be getting rid of. Because this is my single shadows and eyeliners and stuff, I'm not going to lie, I'm probably not going to do as good as I have in some of my other declutter videos, but at least this stuff I feel like I use a pretty good amount of it. Like, I'm constantly rotating my single shadows in and out. My eyeliners, I use them all pretty, frequently. So, have a good feeling about this, but let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start right here with my brow products because these are pretty much the easiest thing for me to decide what I want to do with. First up is this Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. I love this. Nothing holds my brows in place as well as this does. So this I'm going to go ahead and keep. This Essence Make Me Brow, this I don't like. I really had high hopes for it, but the wand is really scratchy and it doesn't deposit a lot of pigment on my brows. It's really great for those days where I'm actually wearing no makeup, but because my eyebrows are so blonde, you really can't see them. So this is great for like no makeup days, just to put a little bit of tiny tint into my brows, but otherwise I don't like it. So I'm going to put this in the pan pile so that way I can just kind of finish it and be done with it. I don't know, I figured that since it's a brow gel, I might as well just go ahead and use it up. So I'll put that in the pan pile over here. Next up, I have these Ulta Brow Tints in Light. One is the one I'm currently using, and then I have a backup. I love these. They are a little dark, though, for like when my hair is this blonde, but I can usually make it work, but I'm going to hold on to both of these. This one's actually almost finished, so then I'll start on to my backup. Next, I have some pencils here. This is the NYX Sculpt and Highlight Brow Contour Pencil. I like the pencil end. I don't like the highlight end, but the brow end, it's a little too creamy of a formula because it kind of slip and slides all over the place and can be a little hard to work with, but it makes my brows look really nice and natural, so I do kind of like it. But I am going to go ahead and keep panning this because that's kind of what I've already been doing with it, is panning it, so that's going to go in the pan pile. Next up, these are both pretty similar. One is the Ulta Ultra Slim Brow Pencil, and the other one is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. I believe they're both in like the blonde color. This one's actually in taupe, but they're both kind of the more blonde color. These are both fine. I don't think they're really too different. I would probably get the Ulta one again since Ulta is for sure cruelty-free. L'Oreal, I know we've been discussing that in my comments recently, and since I don't really know, I think I'm probably just going to kind of pan that one. So that I'm actually going to go ahead and throw in the pan pile. And then this is a new product I just talked about in my haul. This is the Soap & Glory Archery 2-in-1 Brow Sculpting Crayon and Setting Gel. This is really, really cool and unique, so I'm going to keep this because I really like it. Again, it makes my brows look really natural, which is kind of more what I've been going for lately, so I am really loving this. And then lastly, I have two dip brows. One is in blonde, which is in my Project Pan, so that goes in the pan pile. This one here is in soft brown, and I don't ever plan on going like super dark brown with my hair again. The darkest I'm probably going to go is going to be like my natural hair color, which is technically, I think my natural hair color is like a level 7 or level 6, which is like a dark blonde. So I don't ever plan on going brown again. So I think I am going to get rid of this because last time I opened it, it was actually cracked. The product was cracked, like it was drying out. So this I'm going to go ahead and declutter. So not too bad for brow products. Definitely drastically cut that down. I'm going to move over here to eye primers. I'm not going to get rid of any of these, but we'll run through them quick. I have my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk. I have my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Rust. Rust I would get rid of, but I'm going to go ahead and keep, giving it another shot. If I don't use it more by the time I do another declutter, I'll probably declutter it. And then I have a couple little sample primers. I keep these. I actually have a lot more of these Urban Decay ones, but I keep them. Obviously, I use them like every day, so I mean, they're not going to waste. And then I have this Ulta eye primer in Champagne. This is really pretty. This too I really like, so I'll keep that. And then this is the Panda's Dream Brightening. This is the Panda's Dream Brightening Eye Base. This is actually pretty similar to Milk. It's just a white eyeshadow base, but I mean, the packaging is really cute. It's a little panda, so I'm going to go ahead and keep that. 2 mascaras. I have 4 of them here. I'm going to keep all 4 of these. I'm currently panning the Essence Lash Princess, so I'm actually going to go ahead and put that in the pan pile, but these 3 I'm keeping and using, and I enjoy all 3 of these, so I'm going to go ahead and just keep these. This one's a waterproof. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex in just a little sample size, and then the Pure Minerals Fully Charged. Pure Minerals Fully Charged, I'm not 100% in love with this one, but I am still kind of trying it out. It's new to me, so I'm just going to go ahead and keep these 3. Moving up from mascaras, this is my eyeliners, or what I'm currently keeping my eyeliners in. I currently moved them from my eyeliners. I kept them in a little clear makeup bag, and I moved them into this box, this Urban Decay Essentials Eye Kit box. I took the insert out and put them in to the box, so I'm going to start with what's on top. I'm not going to get rid of any of these, or at least I don't think so. This is the ColourPop Cream Gel color. This is in Best O, so this is a really pretty like burgundy red-brown color. I keep it in the box to try to keep air from getting to it as much as possible because the formula is already pretty dry, but the color is really unique, so that's kind of why I keep this one. This one here is the Stila Got Inked Cushion Gel Liner, or I think it's just a liquid liner. But this one too is a really unique color, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this one as well. There isn't a lot of product in here, so if I wanted to finish this, it actually really wouldn't take me that long to finish. But this is in Smoky Quartz, so it's a very, very unique color. I don't even really know how to explain it, but it's really, really pretty and very nice. This Physicians Formula Eye Booster pen, I haven't tried this. It's obviously been really raved about though, so I want to give it a shot. I just haven't used it yet, but I hopefully can make myself start trying this out soon. And then lastly, I talked about this in my haul too. This is the Urban Decay Razor Sharp Liquid Eyeliner, and this is in Deep End. There's a little swatch of it there on my hand. This formula is a lot better than the other liquid liner formula they had before, but this color isn't exactly close to the one that I have in here. We'll swatch them and I'll show you. So I don't know, I might return this one because it's not exactly the color I was hoping it would be, but at the same time it is really pretty, so I may keep it. So opening this up, these are all my eyeliners in here. Before there was like a foam insert and it had 3 eyeliners in here and 3 eyeshadows, and then last decluttering video, or last time I filmed this I should say, I took the foam insert out and put all of these in here, and they were fitting in here really nicely, but then since I had to refilm this, I threw everything back in here and it's a little bit of a mess again. So I'm just going to grab one and kind of start. This is the Urban Decay Pencil in Demolition. It's just a really nice dark chocolatey brown. It's a very deep brown, it's almost black, but as you can see, there's really not much left of this, so I'm just going to pan this and be done with it. I do actually have another full one in here. The full one I plan on keeping because I do like it. I don't know where it's at. Here it is. So this one I'll keep, but the little mini one I'm going to go ahead and pan because it's just a little mini, so I'm going to go ahead and finish that up. This Prestige little liquid liner, this is actually really similar to the Deep End one that's swatched there in my hand, but it's not as glittery and it's not as pigmented. The applicator is like a foam tipped applicator, so it's a little bit weird. So this one I'm going to go ahead and declutter. Next is this Ico Skinny liquid liner. This is really old, but I really do like it. So I'm going to go ahead and toss this, declutter it because it's old, and I have the Physicians Formula one to test out, so I'm going to go ahead and decolor it. I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one. I have these Revlon Color Stay Skinny Liners. I have Blackout, Electric Blue, and Green Spark. I'm going to go ahead and keep the more colorful ones because I genuinely really like them. The formula is not the greatest, but the colors are kind of unique, and I wouldn't want to buy a high-end version of these because they would probably go bad. If it was something I used all the time, I wouldn't mind buying a high-end version, but because they're a little more affordable and they're kind of more fun colors that I don't use every day, I can kind of justify these a little bit better. Keep these two. And Blackout I'm going to go ahead and declutter just because I don't really reach for it or use it very much, and the formula is not the best. It kind of tends to flake off throughout the day. Is this NYX white liner. I'm really torn on this one. I just don't think I'm going to use it, so I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this too. I thought I'd use it for more creative looks, but I just find I don't really ever reach for it, so I think I'm going to go ahead and declutter this as well. Next, this is the NYX, I think it's like the, what is it here? The Liquid Crystal Liner. Oops. This is really pretty, but it does tend to irritate my eyes a little bit. I mean, it just, you know, it's a glitter, so it kind of happens, but I do like it. It's the only glitter liner I actually have. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this because I do use it and I do like it, but if I keep having problems with it irritating my eyes, I may declutter it. I have this Ulta gel liner in the color Denim. I've talked about this before. It's just really not my favorite. The formula is not super pigmented. It doesn't stay in place very well, so this I'm going to go ahead and declutter. Go ahead and do my Urban Decay ones because I know I'm going to keep most of these and they were taking up a lot of space in the box. So I have Psychedelic Sister, which is this fun purple one here. I just tried this out today. It's actually the first time I've used it because it came in this Urban Essentials eye kit and I hadn't really used it. It's really beautiful and creamy, so this I'm definitely going to keep. Smoke. I have Smoke. This is just a pretty dark gray. It's almost got like a purple to it, but it's a really pretty dark gray. I love this with my Naked 3 palette, so this I'll definitely be keeping. And that, and it's kind of a little sample size one. Next up, this is Empire. This is like a blue purple, but it's so dark, it's almost black. Full eyeliner, but I don't want it to be like bright in your face purple, more like Psychedelic Sister is. So this one I'll keep because it's a pretty subtle purple color. This one I really like. You guys may remember from last year in my project pan, I panned one of these. This is Sabbath. This is the best navy eyeliner I've ever found. It's so intense and so creamy. The formula is, it just blows some of the other 24/7 pencils out of the water. The formula with this one is super, super good, and it's my all-time favorite navy liner, so this one's obviously staying. I have Zero, which I think I'm going to keep this one. I may declutter it down the road, but I really don't have too many black eyeliners left once I, finish decluttering these. So I'll go ahead and keep this because I do like it. It's not my favorite, like my Holy Grail liner, but I do like it. Next is Vice. Vice is kind of similar to Psychedelic Sister, but it's glittery and it's a little more, I don't know, it's a little bit different. It gives a little bit different of a look to it, so I do like this one, and again, it's a sample size, so I'll probably just keep this one. LSD is the only one I'm kind of thinking about getting rid of. The outer color on the packaging is beautiful, but I feel like it's just kind of like a dark blue with like greenish blue glitter. One I would consider getting rid of, but I actually do like this one too, and it's again a little sample size, so and I just want to keep some of these more fun colors, so I'll go ahead and keep that one. Next are my Mally liners. Some of these are Project Pan and some of them are not. This first one here, this is Hunter. This is a beautiful Hunter green, and again, the formula with this one is just amazing. It's the best one I've tried from the Mally liners. I love it, so this one I'm going to go ahead and keep. This one here is Plum Sapphire, which is part of Project Pan, so this is going to go in the pan pile. This one here is another one I use a lot. This one is Mally's Glow. I know it maybe doesn't look like I've used it a lot, but I have. This is a beautiful, more bronzy, warm brown than Demolition, so this one's more pretty with like gold shadows and stuff. Demolition is too, but this one being a more warm brown, kind of more shimmery, it looks really, really good with like gold eyeshadows. So this one I'm going to keep as well. And then lastly, this one is Midnight Affair. This is kind of that black with like gold shimmer in it. The shimmer is pretty subtle, but you can see it when you swatch it next to a plain black eyeliner. This is in Project Pan, so this is going to go in the pan pile. This is probably my Holy Grail black eyeliner. This is the Too Faced Perfect Eyes waterproof liner. This is just a really creamy, very, very pigmented black pencil. This I really do like. It's again a little sample size one, but I do like it, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this one. This is the NYX Wonder Pencil. This I mostly use for brightening up my lower waterline, so This I'll keep, plus I do occasionally use it as a universal lip liner because this is one of those pencils that you can do a multitude of things with it, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this one. This is my Stila Smudge Stick in Turquoise. This is the only Stila Smudge Stick I have, but it's a beautiful minty green color, and I'm surprised actually how much I do use this one, especially during the summer and springtime, so I'll keep this one too. This L'Oreal Infallible Matte Liner. I tried this in a Get Ready With Me and it was a horrible fail. It's just not good. So this I'm going to go ahead and declutter. This I talked about, or I'm going to be talking about in my favorites video. It's the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in Get Paid. This is beautiful on the waterline when you're kind of not sure what to use. This is beautiful. So this I'm going to keep obviously too. Lastly is this Urban Decay Liquid Liner in Siren. There is a swatch of it there next to Deep End. You can see it's a darker teal, and that's kind of what I was hoping Deep End would be. However, there's some issues with the packaging on this one. It's starting to come apart on the inside and stuff, so I'm thinking this one may have to go. Plus it's old and it flakes, the formula kind of flakes. The new formula, like I said, is a lot better, but the color is not exactly the same, so it's kind of why I'm having trouble parting with it because this one is a little bit more like pigmented, but it's really pretty, and I don't know, it's getting old, so it's time to part with it. So these are all the pencils and liners I'm keeping besides the ones down here, but this looks, I think, drastically better. As you can see, they fit together in here a lot better now that I've taken out the ones I'm decluttering and stuff, so this is a lot better in my opinion. Moving on to my single shadows, I'm going to start here with my ColourPop ones. I'm probably not going to do very well with my ColourPop ones because I do like a lot of these. Otherwise, you know, I wouldn't really keep them. But I have, this one here is Millionaire. This one is definitely staying. This one here is from the K-pop collection. This is in Sunset Boulevard. This is way prettier than I thought it was going to be. So love that one. This one is in Lovely. This one I like as well. Bay is unique. It's the first ColourPop shadow I've ever owned, but I really do like this one. It's a little more sheer than I thought it would be, but it pairs really nicely with the Urban Decay Munda shadow here in, what is this one? Cosmic Solstice. Those two pair really, really nicely together, these two. So I'm going to keep these. Next, this one here is in Mixtape. I want to love this one, but it always comes out way darker on me than I expect it to, so I never reach for it because it comes out a lot darker than I think it's going to. So this one I'm probably going to go ahead and declutter. This one here is I Heart This. This is another favorite of mine. This one here is going to go, this one here is, let's see, Party Time. Another one that just, it comes out really dark and I'm just not in love with it. I don't really like their matte shadows. I think they're hard to blend, kind of. I like the more shimmery, glittery ones, but I'm just not a huge fan of the matte ones, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one. This one here is Tassel. This is like fanny pack highlighter, but in an eyeshadow form. It's like a super stark white with like really pretty like white and silver glitters. This is really pretty on the inner corner, but I don't really use it very much, so if I don't start using it more, I'll probably declutter it eventually. This one here in Glitterati, I was thinking about decluttering, but it's a really unique color. It's kind of a mermaid color in my opinion. It's like a blue with like gold shimmer and glitter in it, so it kind of reminds me of like a mermaid or Cinderella. I don't know, it's just really pretty. And then lastly is Puppy Love, which is a beautiful just throw on the lid and kind of go color. It's super, super unique too, I think, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this one. So I got rid of 2, so I'm down to 8 instead of 10, so that's a little bit better. Next are my L'Oreal Infallible shadows. I have, let's see, Gilded Envy, Midnight Blue, Iced Latte, and Amber Rush. I was going to get rid of Midnight Blue, but I'm going to see if I have anything in any of my eyeshadow palettes like this, and if I do, I'll get rid of it. If I don't, I'll probably keep it because I really love all the Infallible shadows. They have a really good formula, so I'll keep those for now. Next are my Urban Decay shadows, and this too I'm not going to do very well with because I'm going to end up keeping most of these. In fact, I pretty much know I'm going to keep all of them except for this one here in Virgin, which is in my Project Pan. So that one I'm going to go ahead and put in the pan pile, but otherwise I'm going to keep the rest. I have X here, which I talk about in my favorites video. This one came out of that Urban Decay kit. This is Sellout. This is kind of, it's not the most unique color, but it's something I would definitely use a lot of, so I'll go ahead and keep that one. This one is Psychedelic Sister, came out of the kit too, and it's pretty. I'm going to have to see if I have anything like it in palettes. If I do, I may declutter this one too. This one here is Bordello. I'm going to keep this one, but I'm going to get rid of a different one that's kind of similar to this. So Bordello is a better formula, so I'll keep that one. This is Roach. This is a beautiful, like, smoky red-brown color. I love this for, like, doing smoky eyes. I have Hyatt. This is an old shadow, obviously, but the new Hyatt in the new formula is not the same color, and it's not as good. And then I have two Moon Dust shadows. I have Scorpio, which is a black with gold glitter. This is a fun one to use every once in a while. I don't use it too often, but I'm a Scorpio, and it is fun for adding little touches of gold glitter. And then this one here is in Solstice that I talked about, pairs really nicely with the ColourPop shadow in Bay. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that one too. Here at the top with kind of some random shadows. A lot of these ones are going to stay. Again, I'm just not very good at getting rid of my single shadows, but at least I do use all of them, so I don't feel too bad about keeping most of them. I have these two Tarina Tarantino glitters. These are both going to stay. One is in, I think this more green one I think is Opal, but I don't know what the color of this one is. It's just a more pinky glitter, but I'm going to keep these. This Bare Minerals eyeshadow in Queen Phyllis. It's supposed to be a matte, but it's really not. So this one I'm actually going to go ahead and declutter. I was going to keep it, but it's kind of yellowy and I don't really love it, so I'm going to declutter this one. I have this Ulta Color Pure Little Pigment in Henna. This is a unique color, and they actually don't make the Color Pures anymore. They just discontinued them, so I'm going to keep this. I have two MAC shadows. I have Satin Taupe and Naked Lunch. Naked Lunch is in my project pan, so I'll put that in the pan pile. I have Kat Von D Thunderstruck and Steal a Kitten. These are two all-time favorite shadows of mine, so these are going to stay. This little NYX Pearl, Ultra Pearl Mania little loose shadow, I'm going to declutter this. It's kind of messy and hard to use, so, and I just don't reach for it very often, so I'm going to declutter this. I have these three NYX shadows here. I have Mermaid. This one here is, let's see, Punk Heart, and then this one here is Stiletto. Stiletto's in Project Pan, so that's going to go in the pan pile. But these two I'm going to keep. They're really, really creamy and really pigmented, and I don't know, I just really like them. They're a little bit more unique colors, so I'm going to keep those. This is an old shadow, but it's still so good, and just as good as the day I got it. This is the Too Faced shadow in Petals to the Metal. This is kind of like a more pigmented version of like MAC Club and that kind of thing. It's like that pigment, or like, I think it's like blue-brown pigment or something from MAC. That's kind of similar to this too. I don't know if it's going to pick up on camera, but it's like a really pretty, like very, very, very dark red-brown with like a green shimmer and shift to it. It's super unique. I haven't found anything that's quite this, you know, pigmented and wonderful, so I'm going to keep this. This is from the brand Prestige. This is, you know, Total Intensity eyeshadow, and this is in the color Bewitched. This is kind of along the same lines as this, except for it's more of a taupey color with like a green shimmer and shift to it. It's kind of more of like a lime green shimmer or shift to it, though. It's unique, so I'm going to keep this one. I have all those random single shadows out of the way. I'm going to do these Ulta brand ones because I know some of these are going to go. I have this one here in Elegance. I like this one. I'm going to give it another shot. If I give it a shot and it's just not working, I'll declutter it. This one here in After Hours, it looks like the color Blackheart from the Naked 3 palette, but they're actually pretty different, and this one I do like actually better than Blackheart, so I'm going to keep this one. In Twilight, kind of same thing as Elegance. I'm going to give it a shot, and if it just isn't working, I'll declutter these two. This one here in Zephyr, I'm not in love with this one, and it actually kind of reminds me of a shadow from my Wet n Wild Petals to the Metal palette, so this I'm going to go ahead and declutter. And I am missing an Ulta shadow. I think I probably already threw it in the declutter bag. It's in Hopeless Romantic, and it's very similar to Bordello from Urban Decay, so that one I'm decluttering as well. These two little mini Ulta shadows I'm going to keep. This one is in Wisteria Lane and Grace. These two are actually really, really good, and I really like these, so I will keep these. These L'Oreal shadows, I'm going to keep these. This one here is Paris Beach. This one's really nice for highlighting with. And this one here is in Cafe au Lait, which is kind of a nice cool toned crease color. The only thing else that I have that's sort of like this is from my Naked 2 palette, and I mean, it's kind of a hassle to pull that palette out every time I want to use this like color, so it's kind of nice to have a single of it. I have these Rimmel Scandal Eyes, like I think they're called eyeshadow paints. Yes. I have Rich Russet and Chestnut Taupe. There's actually not that much product left in here. I know it kind of looks like there's still a lot, but every time I try to get more out, not a whole lot comes out. So I'm going to go ahead and keep using these because I think they're kind of already almost finished. So I'm going to enjoy them a little while longer and then I'll declutter them. I have my Maybelline Color Tattoos and this other one. This is the Ulta Color Coat. I have Metallic in the Ulta Color Coat, and then I have Bad to the Bronze. These are pretty similar. The Ulta Color Coat is a little bit darker, and Bad to the Bronze is a little warmer. Barely Branded is in Part of Project Pan, so that's going to go in the pan pile. And then one of these two, I haven't decided which one. I'm going to pan one of these next year. I think I'm going to put the Maybelline one in there because it's a little bit older. So I'm going to keep the Inked in Pink from Maybelline and the Ulta Color Coat for now, and then the other ones I'll pan. But this is what everything looks like now, so you can kind of see we definitely kind of made some progress and cut some things down. It's not as drastic as some of my other declutters, but I'm still pretty happy with this, and my single shadows, they never feel overwhelming to me, so this is pretty good. Same thing with my eyeliners. I don't normally feel too overwhelmed with them, so I'm pretty happy with this. So this went a lot better this time around than it did last time with filming and stuff, and hopefully it'll go a lot better this time around with uploading. But anyways, that is it, and I will see you guys next time.